Okay. Hey, guys. Welcome to the Calvary Chapel Salmon podcast. I'm Jordan. I'm joined with Hagen. We're having a good time talking about dogs and their sleep cycle.
Yes.
Sometimes dogs sleep well.
Do people know on the podcast that you got a dog?
I don't know.
I don't think we brought it up last week.
I don't know if the viewers are aware that I am now a proud owner of a lab.
Wow.
He's kind of a mix of a bunch of things, but mostly lab. Beautiful black lab, 1 year old. His name's Strider. Strider comes from the Lord of the Rings. It was the name of Aragorn when he was a ranger, and he was like dressed in all black. So I thought that was kind of fun. And I actually had to come up with that name right on the spot because his name was Drake, and we didn't want that. But we were like, okay, we'll take him. So they were like, okay, doing all this paperwork, and like, okay, what do you want to name him now? And putting on engrave it on his collar, and just and just thinking through all these names because I hadn't thought about it at all.
Wow.
I was just like, he's black. What's something cool and
You thought Obama, but you're like, no.
No. I was thinking through Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings, what's a cool black dog name? I was like Strider. And I think it sticks. I think he likes it.
Good.
Yeah.
How do you spell that?
Strider. Strider.
STR?
Yeah. Stry. With an I. STRI. Stry. Let me look it up. I'm pretty sure that's how you spell it.
I guess so.
How would you spell it?
It just seems weird to have 3 consonants in a row, but I guess that happens.
Sometimes.
2 Ds or 1?
I think just 1 D.
Stritter?
Or maybe it's a Y. No, it's not a Y.
STYDER. Yes.
Yeah, and Strider.
Be a millennial parent.
That's
and put weird
That's
letters.
how they spell in Lord of the Rings. Strider. STRIDER.
Okay. Good.
It's the alias of Aragorn, a key character in J.R.R. Tolkien's The Lord of the Rings.
Well, good.
Yeah. And we actually just officially adopted him today. So we did a sleepover where you're supposed to kind of test them out for 5 nights or whatever. And if you don't want him, you can bring him back. But we're taking him, we're adopting him now because we live far away. It's we're not bringing him back. We love him. But then they never called us, and it's been over a week. And so today I was I called and was like, hey, we never heard from you. They're like, oh, okay, give us $140. I was like, okay.
You did that over the phone?
Yeah.
It's why did I call?
Yeah,
I should have.
I should have. But then I was like, this is the honest right thing to do. And they mailed me his important paperwork with all his medical bills or his medical vaccinations or whatever.
History. So
I guess that's important. Wow. Not really, but. So and now I officially paid for him, so it's officially ours. So that's good.
Well, good.
Yeah. What have you been up to, Hagen?
Same thing. Running half marathons.
Nice. Yeah. How was that?
It was good. Yeah.
Good. Yeah. How was Bible class today?
Taught him Acts.
Good. How was
about
Isaiah's
the Holy Spirit.
Saxophoning?
It's good. He knows so about funny. 15 seconds of a song, and that's it. Yeah. And it just takes so long because you have to soak the reed.
Sure.
You have to suck on the reed. Do you know about it?
Not really.
To
get
it wet to play these instruments. So it takes literally forever to set up, and then he plays for 15 seconds. It's is that it? He's like, yes. Everyone clapped, and he put it away.
Yeah. And it's just crazy that he doesn't own it. The school owns it, and he just rent it out to him.
Yeah.
So this is a very expensive instrument, and you're just renting it out to the 7th grader.
Yeah.
So that does not seem like a good idea, but what do I know?
But today's Tuesday. This will drop on Friday. Do you know whose birthday it is today?
Ooh, good question.
59 years old.
Oh, wow. I'm not sure. Must be your, is this someone related to you?
No.
Is it someone related
Famous.
Famous?
Yeah, sorry.
Famous person who's 59 years old.
You wouldn't guess he's that old because he seems young.
I don't know. Who?
Adam Sandler.
Oh, wow.
He's going to be 60 next year.
Good for him. Yeah, that's cool. You're a big fan of Adam Sandler.
I have a weird relationship with him. In one aspect, I hate his movies. In another aspect, I love them.
They're kind of fun. Did he do the one? He's done a bunch of movies, but he did the one where it's he adopts this kid, Big Daddy, I think it's called. He gets randomly takes care of this kid.
Maybe.
Let me look that up. That's a funny movie. That's the most recent one I watched. Yeah, I think that's him. Big Daddy Adam Sandler movie. 6.4 out of 10. Ooh, people must not like it.
His movies don't get the best reviews on those.
Yeah.
Because they're kind of, you have to have the right
taste,
flavor to
yes.
enjoy them.
Yeah.
But we're talking about parables today.
Are we?
We talked about the sower last week.
Yes.
And this week we're going to deal with the parable of the tares.
You got any tears in your life?
Tares.
Looks like you got some tears in your shirt.
Tares. The parable of the wheat and the tares. So if you're gluten-free, plug your ears.
Good.
This is a very gluten parable.
Yes. Jesus was not gluten-free.
That's right.
Yeah.
But their wheat was different. Have you ever been to Europe? Their bread's different there. Yeah.
It's worse.
I heard something about someone told me this the other day in my office. Every chronic disease in America is traced back to our bread. Which our bread's messed up. Like just your normal bread you'd buy at Safeway. It's just like full of garbage.
If you get sourdough,
and every disease traces back to the bread.
Sourdough's good.
And there's 76% of Americans have chronic disease, according to RFK Jr. from his thing last week in front of Congress. And when his uncle was president, it was like 4%. We spend, I forget how many.
And the average kid from 1 to 18 will get 77 vaccines.
Yes.
And we have 77% of us.
Yes. Did you hear this on Pat Gray?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, that's right.
I know you're referencing it.
Yeah.
77. Maybe if we would get rid of all these vaccines, the percentages would go down.
It's interesting.
1-to-1 correlation.
When we spend like $3 trillion or $1 trillion a year on chronic disease, and when JFK was president, we spent $0 as the government. It's a problem. No one wants to talk about it.
Yeah.
But we won't shy away from the hard topics on this podcast.
Don't eat bread.
We'll discuss it.
I only eat sourdough. I think I'm healthy.
Yeah.
I think it's better for you than other breads, probably.
I agree. It's better. Yeah.
Yeah.
Than the alternative. But in Matthew chapter 13,
read it to me,
verse
please.
34, it says, "Another parable he put forth to them, saying, the kingdom of heaven is like a man who sowed good seed in his field." So similar to the parable of the sower, now we're talking about another parable that deals with planting. And we have a man who's sowing good seed in his field. But while men slept, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat and went his way. But when that grain had sprouted and produced a crop, then the tares also appeared. So the servant of the owner came and said to him, "Sir, did you not sow good seed in your field? How then does it have tares?" And he said to them, "An enemy has done this." The servant said to him, "Do you want us then to go and gather them up?" But he said, "No, lest you also gather up the tares. No, lest while you gather the tares, you also uproot the wheat with them. Let both grow together until the harvest. And at the time of the harvest, will say to the reapers," the harvester will say to the reapers, "First gather together the tares and bind them in bundles to burn them, but gather the wheat into the barn." So that's the parable that Jesus gives. Now, just like the parable of the sower, later on he's going to explain to us the parable of the tares. But between the parable given and the parable explanation, we have 3 more parables. Verse 31, another parable he put forth to them, saying, "The kingdom of heaven is like a mustard seed, which a man took and sowed in his field, which indeed is the least of all the seeds, but when it grows, it is greater than all the herbs, and it became a tree, so that the birds of the air came and nested in its branches." This parable of the mustard seed. Now, I know you're a big fan of mustard.
Yes.
I don't like it at all.
At all?
Virtually at all.
Okay.
I don't like the kind you like.
I think we like the same.
Like the
yellow?
the color of yellow that is so unnatural. It's literally the exact same color as the bottle. The exact same. It's like, how is that possible? It's such an unnatural
makes
color.
it yellow.
Yeah.
Mustard's yellow.
Another parable.
There's Dijon mustard too. Do you like that one?
Dijon. Yeah.
Spicy brown mustard. That one's
I would
good.
prefer that probably more than the Heinz. And Heinz feed in high places.
Amen.
Another parable he put forth to them. He says, the kingdom of heaven is like a mustard seed, which a man took and sowed in a field, which indeed is the least of all seeds. Mustard seed, really little.
Smallest.
Really small. You planted
It's actually not the smallest seed in the world.
but it's the smallest known at that time.
Yes. And she just only knew the ones at the time.
So they planted it. But
or he was just saying it's super small.
when it was grown, this little seed produces this plant and this herb. But then this plant, this becomes massive. It becomes a tree. So
actually,
big,
mustard seeds actually grow into bushes.
allows birds to come and to nest in them. That's right. So what is this parable of the mustard seed all about?
Well, it's about the kingdom of heaven.
Okay.
And it's about the church, we believe, God's kingdom on earth growing.
Started small, 120 people in the upper room, Acts chapter 2. And yet
then it had a supernatural growth because it didn't turn to a bush. It turns into a massive tree. It grows really, really big.
But what comes into this tree?
The birds.
And are the birds the good guys or the bad guys?
Bad.
How do we know that?
Because of the other parable. The first one.
The birds were the ones trying to steal the seed.
Satan.
So these birds come and nest in the branches.
Except for Noah's Ark and the dove there. That's a good
doves
guy.
are good.
Yeah, all the other birds are bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's this picture?
I think the worst birds are owls. I think there's something. Okay. That was good.
You don't like owls?
I think there's something, I dare say, demonic about
Why?
owls.
Because their head twists around?
Yeah, and they're night creatures, and their eyes, they don't blink, and it's just like, I think, well, there's a lot with the occult in owls, and it's just like,
Yeah, they do like
there's
the
something
owls.
weird, yeah. But
The
yeah,
Owl Club?
yeah, for sure. Is that the place?
The bar right there with the owl? on
Sure.
it?
Oh,
Yeah.
I was thinking of like the Bohemian Grove, where there's that giant owl statue.
Yeah.
Yeah, the bar too. Yeah. Yeah. But birds are bad, and the birds come and they
Nest where?
inside the tree or on the tree.
Or in the church? The church can't have bad guys, can it?
I guess it can.
Yes.
Sadly.
In this parable of talking about the supernatural growth of the church, I think there's also a warning of with this rapid growth also allows for, Jesus would maybe call them wolves in sheep's clothing to come in. So, yep, the church grows. It grows fast. It started small. It produces great. But in it, it creates space for birds to come and nest. So there's maybe a warning of just watch out for that. Because even in the church, there could be birds that could take the seed.
Yeah. You think about how many people, I forget the number, but it's like 2 billion Christians on the planet, or 3 billion people who would identify as Catholic or Christian or something. And I'm sure many of those are very genuine people who want to worship Jesus. But in all of that, I'm sure there's also a whole bunch of people who, one, just don't care, but then two, use Christianity or use organized religion as a means for gain or as just some sort of political tool. And because it's so large that they are able to kind of do that and fester. So that's kind of, yeah, exactly what you want to watch out for. The birds.
A one-verse parable, verse 33. Another parable he spoke to them, the kingdom of heaven is like leaven, which a woman took and hid in 3 measures of meal till it was all leavened.
Yeah.
The kingdom of heaven is like leaven. Now, there's a few times in the Bible where Paul uses leaven in a negative sense, where he likens it to sin. He's not saying the kingdom of heaven is like sin. He's saying that just like yeast or just like leaven, you take a little bit of it and you apply it to a lot of dough and it affects the whole dough. A little bit of leaven and a whole lot of meal affects the whole meal.
Mm.
And a little bit of the kingdom, a little bit of truth, a little bit of the word, a little bit of you, and a whole lot of meal and a whole lot of this world affects the whole thing.
Sure.
That's kind of the heart of that
So you
one,
say
right?
it's positive?
I think it's a little positive. A little
Okay.
leaven leavens the whole lump. Paul says that in a negative sense when sin,
Mm-hmm.
a little bit of sin affects the whole lump. A little bit of the kingdom, though, affects the whole lump too.
Yeah. But you wouldn't want to take that too far to say like, oh, we're going to be able to. Some people would read this and say we're going to evangelize the world and we're going to be able to save everyone before Jesus comes back. Like the kingdom of heaven is going to be able to. I mean, one day the kingdom of heaven is going to spread to the whole world when Jesus comes back.
That's right.
But maybe people would take this and say, see, here we're able to affect the whole world and baptize every nation. Maybe some would say. And
Maybe.
yeah,
Some would say
some would say that, but that's probably not what Jesus is referring to. He's
his
just saying
kingdoms will spread.
his kingdom's going to spread.
It started small, just like we saw in the previous one,
Mm-hmm.
but it affects.
Yeah. Okay.
What about, I know, we're reading these and you're thinking, but what about prophecy and parables? Well, this next section says, all these things Jesus spoke to the multitude in parables, and without a parable he did not speak to them, that it might be fulfilled which was spoken by the prophet, saying, Jesus teaching in parables was prophesied.
Mm.
I will open my mouth in parables, and I will utter things kept secret from the foundation of the world. Prophesied, Jesus would open his mouth, he would utter these things, these parables. These kids are like wandering around up front, which worries me.
Which one? The high schoolers?
Yeah,
I thought they had so much work to do.
I'm sure they're fine, but they just kind of lingering.
Yeah. So they're stretching their legs.
So Jesus speaks in parables, quoting from Psalm 78, verse 2, fulfilling prophecy.
Mm.
What about the explanation of the parable of the wheat and the tares? Well,
Get it
verse
here?
36 says this. Then Jesus, he sent the multitude away, and he went into the house. And his disciples came to him, saying, explain to us this parable of the tares of the field. And he answered, and he said to them, he who sows the good seed is the Son of Man. The
Right.
planter, the one putting the seed, is him. It's Jesus. Okay. Verse 38. The field is the world.
Okay.
Okay, Jesus is the good planter. He's sowing the good seed into where? Into the world. The field is the world. The good seed are the sons of the kingdom.
Mm.
Us? Sons of the kingdom, maybe?
Okay.
But the tares are the sons of the wicked one.
Mm.
So
The
the
Nephilim.
world has two type of seeds, two type of people. Good people, kingdom people will
The
say,
demonic invasion.
we'll say kingdom people and not kingdom people.
Okay.
People that know Jesus and people who don't.
The seed war, Hagen, Genesis 3:15. The seed of the
Interesting.
serpent.
Yes. Verse 39, the enemy who sowed them is the devil.
Mm.
The harvest is the end of the age, and the reapers are the angels. Okay, the angels are going to harvest one day. The harvest is the end of the world, the end of the age. They're going to harvest the souls. They're going to harvest people.
Right.
And you got people of the kingdom, people who believe in the king, people who are born again, who believe in Jesus, and those who don't. And yet they're all together. They're all growing in the same field.
Okay.
You got the wheat that's growing, that's the good seed, but right next to them could be someone who doesn't know Jesus, an evil person growing. But that distinction between them is not going to be made until harvest time.
Mhm.
Should we rip out the bad to save the good? No, Jesus said, because you might rip out the good with the bad.
Mm.
So leave it be, let it grow, and I'll judge one day
Sure.
who's mine and who's not. Verse 40, therefore, as the tares are gathered and burned in the fire, so it will be at the end of the age. The Son of Man will send out his angels, and they will gather out of his kingdom. The Son of Man will send out his angels, and they will gather out of his kingdom all things that offend, and those who practice lawlessness, and will cast them into the furnace of fire, and there will be wailing and gnashing of teeth. Then the righteous shall shine forth as the sun in the kingdom of their Father. He who has ears to hear, let him hear. what the Spirit says to him. So,
it's a good one. Do you think? Okay, so Jesus is sowing seed into the world.
yes,
And the good seed's us,
sons of the kingdom.
sons of the kingdom, and then the enemy comes, and he sows his seed, which would just be unsaved people.
Yeah, evil people, it even kind of says. So I don't know if that's just the simplest answer would be unsaved people. Yeah.
Well, Jesus says to the Pharisees, he tells them that in John 8 that your father's the devil. So he could be referencing that, like you come from the devil. And in Ephesians, it says that we're children of wrath before Jesus. Is that Ephesians or Romans? I think Ephesians. Children of wrath. So that would make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yet we're in the same field.
Sure.
Growing together, growing up together.
Yeah.
And you know what homeschoolers want to do? They
What?
want to keep the wheat with the wheat.
Oh, no.
But what if one of your wheat's a tear?
Uh-oh.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, but the whole point, I guess, would say is we don't want to try and uproot all the tares. It's not our job to uproot the tares. We just grow until Jesus comes back and he'll kind of sort it all out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we can think it's our job to uproot the tares. I got to pull out, and it's not even, and it's not dealing with leaven in our lives like Paul talks about it, like I'm dealing with my own sin. It's no, I'm now concerned with other people, and I need to pull out their bad or pull up their bad. But you get so occupied with that, it's like you don't know what you don't understand.
Yeah,
what's
it's not
bad
your
or
job
good
to force someone to become a Christian.
And what you don't want to end up doing is pulling up good.
Yeah.
So for the sake of not pulling up good, let's just leave it all alone and leave it to the one who is able to judge and discern and who does know it all, Jesus, and he's able to make the separation. But in this a little bit, actually, in this parable, there is a bit of a lesson to learn, because we can have this idea in our heart, and I made a joke earlier about homeschooling, but we can have this idea in our heart about it's my job to separate. But Jesus goes, maybe not. We're just going to grow together. We're in this world. We don't need to isolate. We just want to keep growing, and then I'll do the separating when the time's right.
Yeah.
So this mindset of maybe I need to isolate and I need to build a compound and I can keep everyone in my family safe from the evil world, and we're just going to huddle up until Jesus comes back.
If Jesus had a traitor around him all the time, you're always going to have people around you all the time.
You're always going to have people around you.
You're always going to have people who are traitors. And you can't escape. You can try your best to escape the world and escape all the people who don't love Jesus. But there's always going to be, if Jesus had Judas around him all the time, there's always going to be a Judas in your life.
There you go.
Who's the Judas in your life, Hagen?
Depends on the day.
Ooh.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think that Jesus chose Judas to be around him all the time. And I think he did that as examples. Like, yeah, there's always going to be tares. And it's not our job to try and escape them. And Jesus loved Judas. And Jesus did everything he could for Judas, knowing the choices Judas would make.
Yeah.
So these parables, they're all about the kingdom of heaven, right? That's what he says. What is the kingdom of heaven, Hagen?
Well, it's kind of like a seed.
Okay.
Kind of like leaven. It's kind of like a treasure hidden in a field that we'll see next week.
Okay.
It's kind of like a pearl that cost a lot. It's kind of like all these things.
Sure.
The kingdom of heaven, it's Jesus's way.
Okay.
And there's a time and a place where Jesus is going to have his way completely. But the kingdom of heaven is Jesus's way.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that simple enough?
I like that answer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Do you think in the last days that Satan's going to infect the human race of his seed and the Nephilim are going to return?
I don't know. Should we do a podcast on that?
Oh, yeah. I don't know. We could.
Yeah.
And Daniel talks about how the seed of men will not cleave to the seed of someone else. So who's this other seed that's not the seed of man?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah.
The tares?
The tares, the sons of the wicked one.
Yeah.
Yeah. In a sense, everyone who's not saved is a son of the wicked one, because Jesus.
Well,
talks
anyone
about it.
who's messes with AI,
Really,
that might become something.
Sure.
Transhumanism.
transhumanism is going to be a big thing.
Because in that, are you the seed of a person?
Can you? Oh
once
yeah,
you
well, if you're like
mesh
half
with
a robot.
with a robot?
Yeah.
And what's that mean?
Yeah, this one guy I listened to believes that the these half human, half demon Nephilim thing are living among us already, and that connects to the lizard people. It connects to Dogman and Bigfoot. Connects to all these things, and the abominable snowman. They're all just kind of living among us.
Interesting.
They're hiding. It's just like, wow, that's interesting.
They must be real good at hiding.
Yeah, or they can go through portals.
There you go. That's a whole nother world. Yeah.
Yeah.
Portals. Yes.
Yeah.
Huh.
He talked about how when Peter was in prison, Peter was put to sleep. No, everyone around him was put to sleep, and Peter was able to just kind of walk out.
Mm.
And it's like just able to travel out, no problems. Like everything just kind of opened for him. It's as if everything else just kind of stopped.
Mm.
The guards didn't even know he was there. The guards didn't fall asleep. They weren't supposed to fall asleep. But they just couldn't, because he was just kind of traveling through this other way, spiritual way.
The spiritual portal.
Kind of, maybe. It seems pretty spiritual to me.
Philip
teleported just like that. Spiritual portal. When Daniel prays, an angel gets sent to him, but says, "Hey, I was stopped by the Prince of Persia. Maybe there's this portal to Persia." And the Prince of Persia was stopping him. It's like, why didn't you just go around? Because there was a portal, and the Prince of Persia was guarding that portal, and he had to wait until the Archangel Michael came and helped him out. Why not just skirt around him?
I don't know.
Yeah, portals.
Interesting.
Yeah. Tower of Babel. What are they trying to do? Reach heaven. Now, why didn't they build really high? Well, they only built this ziggurat thing, which wasn't even that tall.
Okay, yes.
What were they trying to do?
No.
Portals.
Yeah. There's a little bit of something to that for sure. Yeah, definitely. With the Tower of Babel stuff, there was, it wasn't like they were trying to build a ladder to the sky.
Yeah.
They were building this thing that they thought would connect them to heaven.
Yeah, they're trying to access these fallen angel things again, because they were all aware in their history that before the flood, there was this intermarriage between angels and humans, and they're trying to get that back by making these portals so that the angels could come. It's facts.
Yes.
And I heard this and I really like this. There's 2 towers to heaven in Genesis. One, the Tower of Babel. The second one is Jacob's ladder. And I've never made that connection before.
Wow.
And there's the one that man's trying to build, and there's the one that Jesus is, where the angels are able to act, and the one that Jesus is actually works. And Jacob's ladder. It's cool that there's only those 2 towers to heaven.
Wow.
Ladders to heaven.
Twin towers?
Maybe. Where are you going with that? Twin towers?
This is September 11th week.
Yes.
Thursday, September 11th.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Golly. Never forget.
Except for you almost did.
Yeah, well, I would have remembered.
You just didn't know.
Yeah. 2 more days. Yeah.
Where were you that day?
I was not alive.
That's crazy.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of people my age who were not alive.
Yeah, everyone your age and younger weren't around.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Just a different world.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't know. Where were you? You were 6?
I was at school.
Oh, 7,
or on my way to school or whatever, yeah.
Yeah.
Kindergarten.
Wow.
Yeah.
Kindergarten, Hagen. The world changed. Yeah. People talk about that because, like, not World War II. The 9/11 changed the world, how we saw the world. But, like, now we have a bunch of people who are growing up who have no concept of that. And it's just people think it's going to be very interesting how that's going to affect the world.
You don't know how the world's changed.
Yeah.
Because it's just been this.
Well, yeah, and you think of kids who grow up with an iPhone.
Sure.
They have no idea. I was thinking about this just today. It's like, when I have a baby, like, how's a baby going to figure out, like, I take a picture of it, and it's like, oh, here's you. Like, a baby's just going to see me going like this, because you take pictures of babies. But, like, the baby must figure out so fast, oh, that's a camera, and that's an iPhone. And when I look at that, I get a picture. Like, they just... From the time that they're born, they're figuring these things out.
Whenever dogs come on TV, Trapper knows they're dogs. and I have no idea how he knows. We'll be watching a show and there's nothing, but as soon as there's a dog, he stands right up, his tail goes up, and he looks at it. Like he knows that's one of him.
Mm.
And it's like, he just knows.
Yeah.
And it's like, how do you know that?
Yeah.
Like not horses, not cows, dogs. He's like, yep, that's one of mine.
In Revelation, it talks about how, I think it's the fourth seal or the third seal. No, the fourth, rider, the fourth horseman of the apocalypse. The one that's like war, or the one that's like death. And it says that they're going to be killed, and they're going to be killed by diseases, but then also the beasts of the earth. What are these beasts of the earth?
Lions and tigers and bears?
No. These half human, half animal, seed of serpent amalgamations.
Maybe.
Why is it?
Amalgamations,
yes.
Whoa.
Why is it that in every single culture there's always like these half human, half animal things? The centaur, the mermaid, they're like literally so popular, but it's literally just it's just messing with the genetics. Before the flood that was going on, it's going to happen again.
I believe that to mess with genetics is demonic. For sure. And it's been happening, or curious forever.
We love to do it.
Yep. 9/11 did change the world, but it's because people never want a good crisis to go to waste. And it was, it's crazy to think when you do airports, and they are being a little better. Like now you don't have to take your shoes off. It's
That's
like,
nice.
Wow. Thanks.
Yeah.
But it's like you used to, like if someone was coming in, you could go all the way to the gate and meet them. Anyone. You just walk straight to the gate where people are walking in and out of the plane, and you could be there. And it's like, that's so crazy now because there's so many layers that we have to go through. But my point is, and it's a lot and it's a tragedy, but like 3,000 people died on 9/11. But I forget the numbers, but
a lot.
100,000 people are dying of fentanyl every year. And guess what the government does about that? Nothing. Nothing. So don't let them fool you.
Except for blow up that
people.
fishing boat.
Yeah. They don't care about people.
Yeah.
They care about furthering their agenda and control. And as long as it is beneficial to them, then they have no problem adding more security in an airport for the sake of 3,000 people died, which is a tragedy, but it's only 3,000 people compared to however many a year are dying of fentanyl. And they won't do one thing about it because it doesn't push their agenda. So don't think your government's out to help you. They're not.
Nope.
And any tragedy that happens that'll further their agenda, they'll act like they're the hero. Any tragedy that doesn't, they'll just ignore.
Yep. Because
they, you do, you create problems and then you fix them to try to be the hero.
I don't do that too often. When did I do that recently? That was
something about the HDMI cord downstairs or something that wasn't plugged in.
I unplugged it for something else. And then everyone's like, how do we do this? And I just come up and it's like, oh yeah, I did this. And I just plug it back in and everyone's like,
wow, you're so smart.
It's like, yeah.
Yes, I am.
I made this problem.
You unplug them so you can plug them back in.
That's right. Yeah. On Sunday mornings, go around like unplugging all these things. And like Jeff and Lee are like, what's wrong? You just go around, just plug this thing in, Try it now.
Yeah.
Just have it all work.
Yeah.
Wow.
So our country was under attack.
Really? Do you really think our country was under attack?
Okay. Yes, I do, because 3,000 people died.
Was our country under attack by our country?
Some of it, yeah, but to think that Al Qaeda was not part of that, I believe
that it was the actual terrorists.
I believe two things were happening at once. Yes, yeah, I believe
our country wanted it to happen.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Our country, meaning people in the deep state, wanted that to happen. I do believe.
Okay.
And it gets weird, and
like they blew up the building.
Yeah, and I'm not even just like, it's like.
People say like, oh, the jet fuel couldn't burn, like it couldn't blow it up. It's like, I don't know.
And then people go, well, a plane wouldn't look like that if it crashed into a building. And it's like, yeah, but that's only based on like hypothesis.
Yeah,
it's like, well, it's impossible for a plane to move like that. It's like until someone crazy takes over and does it, and then it happens.
Yeah.
So all that I'm not into. What does fascinate me is I think they like hijacked a plane, like 4 or like 6 people with box cutters. It's like, out of 100 people or whatever on a plane, 6 people with box cutters took over the plane and crashed it. That part's hard for me to believe.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, if you think about like this has never happened before, people are like, "Oh, okay, we'll just kind of let them take over, and they'll take us wherever they want."
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I think there's definitely a herd mentality where it's like, It's like, okay, I don't want to be the person to get stabbed with a box cutter. I'm just going to sit down and shut up.
Yeah.
These people seem crazy.
Yeah. And then Alex Jones told us it was going to happen in June.
Which is weird. Yeah, that's
July
definitely true that there was some predictions of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, this is going to happen and they're going to blame this. And it happened. So that's a little awkward too.
Yeah,
So
super awkward.
But
But the one that was flying over Pennsylvania, the people did rise up and they crashed. It was heading towards the White House. And they crashed it in the plane in the field in Pennsylvania.
And I don't know if
it's very heroic.
I don't know if this is true. But it's
what?
No, that part's true.
Yes.
On like Instagram. So the day George Bush is at this elementary school, right?
Uh-huh.
And you see the video, and someone comes up and is like, "Sir, towers or planes have just crashed into the tower." And he tries to like play it cool for a little bit, and then he leaves. And he's like, I don't want to freak people out. But it's like the day, like they have footage, if it's not AI, of the day, and these first graders are like sounding out words, and it's literally like plane, fire, building. It's like, okay, I don't know if that's true, but that's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I don't think the presidents know anything. I don't think they tell much. I think there's so much stuff with like that. Yeah, there's just layers and layers. Where even the presidents aren't even allowed to know.
But then it just got us to where we wanted to be, which was in the Middle East. And it's like, okay, these people are kind of from Saudi Arabia, and all these different things, and yet somehow we end up in Afghanistan and Iraq, and now we pretend like both of these people are. It was just a good opportunity to get George Bush where he wanted to be, which was in the middle of the Middle East in a war that lasted far too long, which is really good news for the vice president, Dick Cheney, I think, as well, because he's into all that stuff as well. But I don't know. It's just weird.
And now all those nations hate us.
That's right.
And you think about growing up in that nation.
And we hate them.
Yeah. Think about growing up in that nation. And it's just like, all my parents died because the Americans bombed us. So of course I hate America.
That's right.
Yeah.
So it's tricky.
Yeah. But we love America. 10 out of 10.
And I mean, since then, to be fair, to my knowledge, a plane has never been hijacked again. So I guess the protocols from the TSA is working. Yeah. And as much as I'd love to complain about it, it's like, it's not that big of a deal. Because it's all I know. I never flew before, so I don't know any difference. So it's like, as long as this means I'm not going to
I'll take off my shoes and let someone kind of pat me down.
I kind of like it sometimes.
It means that nobody hijacks a plane and people don't die.
Yeah.
It's good. Yeah.
I don't know. But the Tower of Babel versus the Tower of Jacob's Ladder. Choose Jacob's Ladder.
Yes.
Good.
Yep. Amen. Okay. Well, thanks for listening, guys. Catch you later.
Bye.
Bye.